everyone, welcome back to another video. We are going to be reading some more of The Island House. We are on page 49. So let's get started and hopefully we get to finish up this book. So yeah. JJ sat at a table in the break room and Dawson joins him. The first flight not for another 45 minutes. Morning, he said, wondering how he could bring up Charlotte without bringing her up. Yeah, it's another morning. JJ took a long drink from his coffee mug. Late night? Boston thinks nighttime is when he's supposed to be awake. JJ leans back and closes his eyes. Brett's up with him most of the time, but then I feel guilty and get up too. Sorry. Dawson didn't know what else to say. He didn't have kids, though he'd seriously consider them at one point. Exactly one point, and well, she didn't want a husband in the Air Force. Hey, real quick, he said. Do you know any places to rent? JJ opened his eyes and they were red and buried. The house isn't working out? Well, it was, but someone bought it and yeah. Someone bought that place? Apparently she's a real fixer-upper. Dawson left his own mug to his lips. I need to find a new place because he wanted to go see Charlotte in the house as it improved. He wanted to take her to dinner and not sleep one floor below her. He had a feeling she would require him to go real slow. And living together, she wouldn't date him and allow that. You've got the app. I hate the app. Dawson had tried to look at it that morning before work, but he couldn't tell what was a legit apartment for rent and what was an ad. I just go to the online rental board. Sure, that works too. JJ yawned and stood up. I'm going to go take a cat nap. Come get me in 30. Dawson nodded and looked out the window to the water beyond. He didn't feel like flying tours today, and he had 4 of them. 4 two-hour tours where he'd have to be funny and pleasant and knowledgeable when all he wanted to do was find somewhere else to live. At least Stephen had bought in donuts that morning, and Dawson helped himself to a couple while the lobby on the other side of the door filled up with people checking in. He'd already gone through the pre-flight checks on his helicopter, but with 20 minutes to go, he went outside and ran through the list again. People like to see the pilot in the aircraft they've been in, and he took 5 minutes to check the rental boards really quick. He didn't need much room, but he did need furniture. That sometimes limited him in his options, but he found a place and sent off a text about coming to look at it. Then his alarm went off, and he hopped out of the pilot's chair to go wake JJ. 10 minutes later, they went outside to the respective tour lines and greeted their customers. Dawson put a smile on his face, though he had a group of guys in his first tour that ignored him on sight. Young men, probably in their mid-20s, clearly on some sort of road trip. Maybe a bachelor party that had been extended. One of them thought that he was the comedian of the group and kept saying stupid stuff about dying over the water. With them was a family of 3, mom, dad, and a teenage girl. They didn't say anything. All the seats have good views, Dawson said. So go ahead and follow me and I'll show you the safety requirements at the helicopter. He went over how to latch the belt, where the life jackets were in the rare event that they did have to make a water landing. He was very careful not to say the word crash and gestured to his beloved aircraft. So go ahead and choose your seat, get strapped in, and we'll get in the air. He waited while the passengers climbed in, glad when the family took the front seats, so at least the joking and laughing idiotic was somewhat muted behind him.